What's up, social media world?
What's up?
It's Mark Anthony, Ken Davis, founder of ThinApp Solutions, and we're back for another Tuesday. I think we had a Tuesday off. I think we took some time off, meetings and just a bunch of stuff going on. I mean, actually, a lot of good stuff. So it was well worth it. Just to kick it off and let you guys know, we are running a promotion still. We have some new pricing coming up and some updated technology. And our promotion that we're running is the app giveaway. So at the end of this video, we will say a keyword. You put that keyword in the comment section below and we will consider you. Nobody has entered yet. So that means your chances are pretty high. We will announce the winner by March 6th. And we'll definitely contact you.
We might just give an app to everybody who even enters. Who knows?
You never know. Yeah, so just comment below any questions, concerns, any topic ideas that you would like to talk about. Put that in the comment section below. I mean, we're all ears. And I know that some people may be looking at our live stream from Meetup, so welcome. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
We are going to do physical meetups. I mean, we actually did a physical meetup maybe a week after we downloaded the app. And I think maybe 8 to 10 people said they were going to show up. And we actually had one person show up. And it was a good meetup, but we just need to be a little bit more efficient with our time and make sure we have 2 or more people so we can do physical meetups. We have some space available to us here in Streeterville, right on the lake. We can use this space. There's a bunch of places around. Lucky Strike is right down the street. There's cafes all over the place where we can get quiet areas where we can also do these meetups as well. So we are definitely down to do physical meetups. We just want to, get into the routine of doing this and talking to you guys and putting this content out. Also, if you go to youtube.com and you search ThinApp Solutions, so ThinApp is one word, space solutions, will pretty much be at the top. We have a YouTube channel. We're going to be recording all of these live stream videos and posting them there. Really basic editing at first, and then once we get some traction, we'll work on the editing a little bit more down the line. But today's topic is HyperLocal, or just working with local businesses and companies and really people. Last time we did a video, we talked about professional connecting, like connecting with people in a professional way and not necessarily signing a contract, but just working with people in a professional manner. And that kind of carries over to the hyperlocal thing. I mean, if you're connecting with someone, I think a lot of the times you're going to be more what's the word I'm looking for? Inclined to work with someone in your community.
Yeah.
So
I mean, most of our clients, when they first discover us, they either say right away, "Oh, we found out you were in Chicago," or we get clients that find us maybe through somebody in Chicago, but don't even realize we're in Chicago, and they're like, "Oh, you're in Chicago?"
Right.
And it's kind of like the decision is made. You can't blame people. You want to be able to work with somebody that, is close by for whatever reason. If you want to have coffee with them, see them face to face, bring them a flash drive with some imagery on it or content for your app. Even just talking about apps and learning about apps and the whole process, it's really daunting and cumbersome. So, I'm pretty sure for clients, when they find out, they're app developers on our level in Chicago,
right down the street,
that they can come talk to, that will open up a computer and show them stuff. We're very transparent. We literally will pull open Xcode or Android Studio right in front of you and be like, "That's your app," and just show you your app. And we'll even teach you how apps really work and, and things like that. So people definitely gravitate towards local businesses, even local partnerships.
Right.
Now,
obviously, we work with people that aren't right here in the city, but we want to really kind of talk about the benefits of working locally. I have a couple things written down. Um, One of the things I have is like knowing the people behind the product, knowing because when you work with a big company, you don't necessarily know who's making the product. You don't know they have a mission statement or whatever on their website, but you don't know the people behind it. And sometimes it's nice to be able to shake somebody's hand. With the digital age, how it is, it doesn't happen a lot nowadays. A lot of times people creep on your Facebook or your Instagram or your LinkedIn, or they'll Google your name to find out information about you. But
I
there's
have a lot of people stalking me.
But
Wow.
But there's something to be said when you come in and you actually shake that person's hand and you get to talk to them.
And also nowadays, so many people lie about everything they do. I feel like you have a lot of everybody makes websites nowadays, and really the truth is not everybody makes websites,
Right.
but everybody knows somebody that makes websites.
Right.
So you get a lot of people who run around acting like a broker. They act like they're a technology company, and they might do like one little thing, but they're like, oh yeah, we do everything. Oh, just come to us. And really, what they're doing is farming it all out,
So you're saying if you really ask them a question about it, they may not know.
Yeah, and that's funny, because if you really like ask people the right questions, you can tell how much they actually know.
You can vet them.
How deep they go into it. Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is if you never meet any people that work for them and they supposedly have this big operation, you kind of have to be like,
something is up.
Yeah, and not saying that there's anything wrong with having some remote workers or even having some foreign workers. Absolutely. But nothing wrong. But there are a lot of people that like to give the impression that they are a fully local based agency or company or business when they're really nowhere close. They're a one-person company that just farms everything.
Right.
So, yeah, when you're working with local people, sometimes you can get that person to meet you and you can kind of figure it out. You can kind of feel it out.
And if you're going to invest your time and money, it is nice to be able to meet and greet with some people. Another thing I was thinking about is, and I think this is true because I've been to some like mom and pop, like even restaurants and stuff like that, and I feel like you get a little bit better customer service when you are working locally.
Oh, absolutely.
Where I think we were just talking about this. It's like an accountability thing. It's like, hey, I know you live in the city and you're coming to talk to us or even work with us, shop with us, whatever it is. I want to give off a good impression because I don't know how many people you know in the city. I don't know who you know. I don't know if you're big on Instagram, if you're going to put my business on blast if I do something wrong. So there's an accountability part to it where both parties, I think, want to bring as much to the table as possible. And I guess you want to be honest, too. Like you said in the last topic, so to speak, you don't want to lie and over-exaggerate these things and then meet somebody face-to-face and they're like, oh, okay, asking you questions about it and you don't know what the answers are because you kind of inflated it a little bit.
I sat on a conference call today with a potential client partner company, and I came in last minute on the call, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I was listening to the guy talking, and then I asked, he was like, oh, if you have any questions, about the technical things, just feel free to chime right in and ask them. So I was like just sitting there. I didn't think I was going to ask anything, but then something came, an opportunity came up, and I was just curious, so I asked a technical question, and boy, did it hang him up. I was like, okay, we're talking to somebody in sales.
Wow.
Giving us a demo. I'm like, all right, salesperson giving us a demo.
Right.
Luckily for him, he did bring a tech on the call eventually, but, at that point, the tech hadn't been on the call, and when I asked him a very simple technical question, it hung him up instantly, and I was like, he tried to wing it and come up with an answer, a vague, general type of answer, but I was like, okay, he's a salesperson.
So yeah, I mean that I think that alludes to what we're talking about. It's just kind of nice, and again, you said it. There's nothing wrong with working with international, national chains, brands, companies, but there's just that extra thing I feel like you get when you work with local companies. Another thing that I have is kind of a more personalized approach or more personalized service when you work with someone locally. And I think that's why a lot of people hire us. It's because you can go to Chow Now. You can get so many different apps from so many app farms or whatever, where they're just pumping all of these apps and they all look the same, where you don't really get that personalized touch. And it's because these are huge companies and you don't know who's even working on your stuff. And I mean, it may be 12 different people working on your stuff. So they have a template that they use, where working with ThinApp, you're going to get a personalized touch. And even if you're not local, we have the experience with working with companies right here in Chicago and the Chicagoland area, in the suburbs as well. So we'll give you that same touch. So even if you refer us to someone that does not live in Chicago, again, we have that experience. And I think that's another benefit that you get when you are working with somebody locally is, we're not a big box brand at this point. And I think what we plan on doing is taking that local approach when we start our expansion into to the other markets. So obviously Midwest, we're going to expand on the Midwest, and then East Coast and West Coast, but we're also going to take that hyper-local approach when we start to expand to those other markets. So I don't see that we'll lose any of that personalized touch when we start doing that. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I know it's a really general topic. We're not talking about any specifics, how do you get out there in your local market, because, this is ThinApp Solutions. You may do something totally different. You may be an accountant where you are. You can obviously go online. You can push your services online. You can put out ads. You can go to a website like monster.com and get jobs. But working locally will give you that train of thought, personalized solutions, that accountability, and then that will start to bleed into your national product that you start to put out as well. So I think that helps out. I think that goes in tandem. But other than that, let's give out the keyword. Unless you have anything else to say about working hyper-locally. Stay tuned to our live series. We're going to be coming up with more and more content. There's a lot of things on the horizon for ThinApp Solutions. So we're constantly growing and growing. We're making our social media presence more known. So again, check out our YouTube channel. It's pretty primitive right now, but we are, we're getting into it. We're making sure we give you guys some good content and something that's informative, meaningful, at least showing you about our company. The keyword is hyperlocal. So post that in the comment section below. We'll put you on the list to get a free app. And like the founder said, he can do what he wants. Everybody might get a free app. So, we're in the business of doing promotions, especially at this point. So thanks for showing up, guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Again, any questions, comments, put it down below. Put it on our YouTube channel.
Or feel free to call us.
Or, call us. Here's the business card. You can go to that website, and there's an email there.